going on, everybody? And welcome back to more of my playthrough for Plants vs. Zombies. So in the last episode we were doing just, some more survival. Actually 2 down, which isn't too bad considering how long survival can be. And we got quite a bit more to go, but we will get through it together. Inspirational speeches, I give them. And I grinded up a bit of money. I actually had quite a bit more than this in the last episode, I think. I don't think I had quite that much as I had. I had somewhere around 50,000. And I went ahead and bought the last upgrade that we hadn't bought, which is yes, something along those lines. So close enough. And I bought the rake, and I'm saving up a little bit more money for our Zen Garden, the Tree of Wisdom, which I'll be showing off a little bit more down the road. I'd like a little bit more money first, but for now, survival pool. New game. I was just testing it out. Yeah, I don't know. I actually hadn't played I know we have been doing mini games on survival pool and everything, but we haven't done any survival pool for a while. And I couldn't remember the other day for the life of me where the 2 rows were in the pool level. I have no idea why, even though it's a completely symmetrical map. But so lily pad is the default. You're gonna want to grab that, of course. And I will be showing off the upgrade cattail, which I got a little while back, and I didn't get to show off yet because it's an upgrade to lily pad, funny enough. So it's kind of interesting, really, that you wouldn't think something like this would be an upgrade. Like if the flower pot had an upgrade, and I could see that, I could make that, and I might suggest that. So cob pole. I thought it was like cabbage double pole or something. I don't know why, but cob pole. It's actually I'm gonna say the most expensive sun-consuming item, even more than the winter pole with the melon pole upgrade. But it is probably the most deadly item of all. Upgrade item. Yes, it is. It really is. But I probably won't show this off here. But it's more of a roof level sort of upgrade. But it will work anywhere. But it is probably the most powerful. So grab you and Tangle Kelp, Gravebuster, and Spikeweed and Pumpkin. I've got to be the Spikeweed? Yeah, Spikeweed, Spike Rock. Same thing, but yeah, they've got to be the most badass looking plants in my opinion. So grab yeah, we could grab repeaters. Yeah, I'm gonna take the risk and grab repeaters. Spikeweed, Pumpkin, I'm forgetting something crucial, I'm sure. Nah, it should be alright. We haven't used 3 repeaters in a while. No, I'll just grab Twin Sun. There we go. And usually in the pool levels, no, okay, I'm alright. For some reason I thought this was a night pool level, but I think that's next. I'm not exactly sure, but that is down the road somewhere. There is a night pool level. Night yard, backyard, / fog level. Yeah! Oh wow, I just thrown out a sunflower first. Now you can tell it's been a while I've played. But yeah, for the life of me, I just couldn't remember that the pool was rows 3 and 4 here. I don't know why, I just could not think of how that worked. I don't know. And like I said, for survival, it's not a bad idea to grab the rake in all honesty, because it really does kind of... It takes care of the first zombie pretty much. And that can be the difference between getting a good setup right away or having to use TSPPs if you're trying to get a good setup. So that's just something you want to keep in mind. And you really probably shouldn't throw down the lily pad like I did. Try to get as much sun up first as you can. I'm going to try and save up for a repeater right here. I'm probably better off just TSPP right here. Yeah, why not? There, I'm already set. I already feel safe. And then I can just set up a repeater on the next row wherever the zombie may come from. That's interesting. I didn't realize that the squash kind of has like a little... You see how there's like a little line around the squash? Like a little outline, black outline, like a bold outline? Huh, that's interesting. I never noticed that before. I don't think I don't think any other plants have that. It's probably something special that I'm not knowing. It's like this means it's a TSPP. Duh. Yes, right there. Beautiful. He won't get anywhere near us. Yeah, I don't know why. I always feel a little bit more like there's less space, like lengthwise. I know there's less space, like where to put your plants here and everything, but I feel like there's less space lengthwise. And for all I know, there could be, but that's what I always feel like on the pool. Like it's a little bit more of a confined area. I have no idea why. Even the roof feels bigger to me, and I think the roof may be the biggest area in the game. I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on these things. You know, most of the things I say. This isn't one of my better games. Hell, I played this game through once and then immediately decided to do a playthrough of it, which is really on-the-spot thing, something I wouldn't recommend someone doing, but it worked out for me, I think, sort of, mostly, yes. And it's not a bad idea to draw wisdom from multiple places. Like, don't just take it from some game facts or some Wikipedia or something, or just one person's playthrough. You know, if you're looking for information, take information from all sites, all sources. Anyone who just does one sort of like just watches one person's playthroughs or just reads from one magazine, or it could apply to anything, one newspaper, one news site, the information just becomes dry, stale, rigid, pointless. Yeah, I'll put him there just to be safe. I should have done it the other way around, but that's alright. Get a little bit more sun out here. Oh, take him out. Oh, you will take him out, won't you, Repeater? Come on, Repeater. Repeater, I'm not gonna let you die, though. Repeater! Repeater! Okay. It must be done. It had to be done. This is a good early setup, though, to start getting defenses like that out. There, now I feel safe. If I get all pumpkins here and then do like walnuts here, this is not a bad level to do double walnuts on. Do double walnuts here and then do single walnuts in the water and cover everything in the water with pumpkin. Not a bad idea. And then I'm just gonna fill up the field with spikeweed. I wouldn't start putting spikeweed out until you've got a better offense sort of setup because they're more actually they're set up for both play. You know what I mean? Like donuts are just defense, whereas repeaters are just offense, and spikeweed is sort of both. It's like defense and offense at the same time. So another reason why it's such a good plan. I love stuff like that. I guess I should take you out. Probably put this here. I wanted more sun, but I am going to get twin sunflowers out, so... that should be fine. This is a really good... Actually, the pool level is a really good spot for twin sunflowers because... I don't know, it seems like the pool level is more vulnerable and the zombies somehow move faster, or something like that. It seems like it's more of a toss-up, so it's kind of like better to have your stuff all the way back in the pool. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know why that is. I think it's just the extra depletion of sun going into the investment of lily pads, something like that. And if you are gonna do cattails, you'll see how they work in just a minute. But cattails will work anywhere on the field. Let's say that they're probably the most broken plant in the game for our side. So that's a good thing. But you know what I mean? Like they're not a they're a very, very good plant. Let's put it that way. Put this here. I might end up just getting rid of these repeaters as time goes on, and I get more cattails out, because cattails next to the corn cob upgrade pulp thing that we just bought is really, really good. I don't want to lose that lily pad. Might as well put that there now. Take him out, take him out. Get one of these down, get one of these down. The sooner you can get twin sunflowers out, the sooner they'll pay you back. It takes a little bit for the investment to get paid back, but it does pay back if you're doing it long enough, which is why survival is better than any other mode to play them with. Just because if you use them in a regular game, you might not get actually the sun back. You might think like, oh yeah, I'm just getting double the amount of sun, but you didn't actually earn enough before the round was over, or you needed it, so something you might want to keep in mind. Flag 1 complete. Okay, now we can start getting some upgrades. I like to run the, you know, just in case something goes horribly wrong, I like to do the safety net sort of thing. But, squash, tall nuts, spikeweed. It's not a bad idea to actually, what I do here once I have enough plants saved up in reserve and I feel confident, you can use the imitator to imitate tangle kelp, which is something I like to do, because... I don't know, it usually works out pretty nicely, but I'm going to go ahead and grab the cattail. I'm not going to do the cob cannon this time in the pool backyard / fog level, or the pool backyard here. But we will. Probably the roof is a better spot for it. Grab you. Yeah, that looks good, right? Seems okay to you? I could maybe repeaters? No, I think the repeaters will be okay. No, you know what? Yeah, you know, take a risk. Should just start flipping a coin on these things, honestly. Okay, so cattails. We're going to get a chance to see them right here. Cattails are an upgrade to lily pads. You have to have a lily pad, and you can use a lily pad that has a pumpkin on it. It actually works out really nice. So, just so you can see, cattail right in there becomes a cattail, and it shoots. It doesn't shoot in any direction in particular. It chooses the closest zombie to it and fires, but it can hit a zombie anywhere on the map. As you can see, it curves. It's like a tracking plan almost. So it's really good in that regard, but it's broken at the same time because you can get a whole pool fill of pool fill. Oh god, I need to choose my words better sometimes. A pool filled of cattails, and it can be very deadly, very, very deadly. I think the damage for the cattail spike or whatever they're shooting at them is somewhere equivalent to the maybe the damage of a little bit more than a. I think it might be the damage equivalent to a cactus, like a cactus spike. I'm just making that up, though. I really don't know, but it seems to be just as effective as a pea shooter, so... And then again, the only downside to this is, so they're not so overpowered, is they have to be planted in the pool, so you can only have a limited number there, and you can't just, you know, use just cattails. Get another one here, though? Yes, I know. And honestly, with the setup, I feel so confident that I don't need to put any more plants, I don't need to put any more tall nuts, I'm just going to put out spikeweed. I really do feel that confident with cattails, because they are, it is on the borderline between, you know, what is really good and what is broken. You can argue that in many games or anything, like if it's the most powerful weapon in the game, you're like, oh, well, it's just the most powerful weapon in the game, obviously. If it's, and then some people can argue, well, it's just plain broken, and it's not even a challenge anymore. So it's somewhere in between there, which you really like. I'm going to go cattails here, and I'll probably use cattails later on too, because survival can get pretty brutal, but if you want to challenge yourself, don't use cattails. Squash will fix you. I mean, I'm not going to be so cocky that I won't put out tall nuts, but we don't really need them when we have cattails, and if I plant another row of cattails, I'll feel even safer. Get this out here. And this is where spikeweed also kind of fails, how you can't get it in the water, so more cattails, not a bad idea. And the best thing about them is, even though they're very expensive on their own, just to, you know, get the lily pad down, that's nothing. 25 sun, we pick that up every couple seconds. There we go. Get one of these out. Upgrade it. There we go. Yeah, if I didn't plant these back here, I might end up getting rid of these repeaters, but the repeaters aren't bad either. I mean, at least with the repeaters, because the problem with the cattails is they won't necessarily target. If there's any downside to the cattails, it's that they won't necessarily target what's right in front of them, because if there's a zombie over here and there's a zombie right here, they'll aim for the zombie over here. So it's pro and con. Usually, for the most part, it works out, and the more you have, the better, but I'm going to keep the repeaters here because at least they'll always shoot down range. But the cattails ability is pretty nice. I have to agree with that. Whether it be overpowered or not, it's still really nice. Get this out here. Oh wow, we're already done with that flag. Man, that went even faster than the second time. The first one's actually usually the slowest, because then you have so much power the next time, and even though there's more zombies and more variety of zombies, it's not as bad.